that for a school?
Yeah. What you think? You want to think about it?
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
You what?
I said I don't mind. I'm live now, though.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Well, let's see. Anybody's watching. I don't know what you're watching, but maybe you're watching me. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't even have a watch. So how are you going to watch me if you don't have a watch? Well, that's a conundrum, isn't it? Do you need a watch to watch me? No. You just need a free online service, unless you're a member. So I'm just on YouTube and members. And members, thank you so much for everything you've done for me over these years and kept this going. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be so happy, tell you the truth. I just think you created something here that I didn't even realize we had. And your enthusiasm and help and love to other members, I never thought a subscription-based thing could do that. And I was just learning trying to figure out a way to feed myself. And nobody bought books anymore. And so this has been beyond my expectations. And now I also see that there's a problem I have between marketing and helping. Now, marketing is one thing. I've learned since the beginning of starting a business that if people don't know about what you're doing, man, you won't be able to stay in business. And that's the key. So you're not in business until you have a customer. And to use media, this is why media has changed so much in the 50 years I've been doing this. I mean, I started with there were only 3 places on television to advertise. So now it's all different. But it's still the same thing. It's fighting for attention. And now with more media, you actually even have to fight harder. But I believe in what we're doing here, and you've proved that to me by showing how it worked for you and how you're able to do something. But I think behind all this, what the main mission is that more people take advantage of programs that are available to them to improve their lives. And the government has those, right or wrong. I don't want to argue about that. You're welcome to, but that's not my mission. It's an encyclopedia of what the government is. And if you want to use it or to help you, you're eligible to do that. And that's why I feel we're here, is to educate people, or not whether they're, like I say, they're good or bad. And now we're reevaluating this whole thing, and that's fine. I mean, we're in debt up to our keisters, so we got to get rid of some stuff. But until we figure all that out, there are programs and people. The main reason I'm doing all of this is because more and more people are in poverty in this country than ever before. I'm not interested in. I used to help the billionaires and millionaires. That's how I learned all this, by helping them get more money. And I started that 50 years ago, helping millionaires become billionaires with government programs. But now our country is so different. Now we have more poor people. We create more millionaires than anybody else in the country or in the world. But also in the developed world, that means all the rich countries, we're number 1 in creating poor people. So 17% of our people in this country are poor. And that's bigger than any other developed country. And the average of all developed countries, like Canada, I mean, they're about 10, 11%. We're 17%. I mean, we're just creating poor people. And that, to me, is because of wages. Wages are going nowhere for people. So in the last 50 years, the wages went up 30%. But inflation went up 300%. So your wages are going up 30% in 50 years, and inflation went up 300%. So nobody could keep up with that, except if you're very rich. So the top 1%, that went up 200%. They're doing fine. I don't think we have to worry about them. I think we have to worry about the 90% of our population that is getting further and further behind. Now, what I want to do is show them what, or you, or us, or whatever, the programs that are there to help you get out of that, okay? And that's what this is all about, to try to show you tools. I mean, not just go out and get it, you know, that's why all these people that are out there telling you how to improve your life and everything, I mean, and they work on psychology and just trying to pump you up, and that's fine. And maybe you get some of that from us. But what I want to do is actually show you tools, real places. I'm going to give you a hammer and a saw and a screwdriver to fix that problem. And that's where I see government programs are, because they have all these tools that fix that problem. Because 40% of everything in our economy is government and nonprofit organizations. That's where our money goes. And so that means it's going to people in the community. That's community things for everybody. That's not capitalism. Capitalism is Google, where they get money from you to help you. Okay, but if 90% things, and even dress crazy or whatever, to make people pay attention. But the real work takes real work. And that's why, and what I worry about, and I hope we start, but you have to do the work, and that's what we're not doing. You go to Google and you see my, but to get to anywhere, the process of getting to anywhere is failing. I mean, when you learn to ride a bike, you fell on your ass, right? When you learned to walk, you fell on your ass probably 100 times. Watching my boys when they were growing up take a step. But you have to. That's part of growth. That's part of what you want to do in life. And if you don't want to do anything in life, that's fine too. I mean, I have no right to tell anybody what to do with your life, because I don't even know what to do with my own life. None of us do. So we're all struggling. And so it's important that we get that message across too, that you have to struggle to change your situation. It's not going to come to you. It's marketers like me that want to make you sound it's going to be easy. No, it ain't. And that's what I feel in the community seems to be going. There was a number. I contacted Magic Mary, and it's submitted it. I'm not sure, Saul. No, here, Magic Mary, you have to, her address is Lesko help@gmail.com. Okay, send Magic Mary an email there. That's her email. But and that's why I see all, having a community where people help each other and have gone through the process too. That's what we have to do. There is so much help out there. I mean, it frustrates me every day that we can't, get people to understand that, hey, if you have a job that's not making a lot of money, you could get trained and get paid to get trained. But there's no one single button to push and fill out a form to get this. You have to put in the work that's required to find out where this is where you live, because we have such a big country. There's so many programs. It's different. There's different words, different. The government doesn't even know all it has. But you have to start talking to them. That's how you get things done. If you don't talk to them, you're not going to understand what's there for you. And it's going to pass you by, and it'll be like sitting on an oil well under the ground, and you don't know how to dig into it and let it gush out. That's what you have to learn. Hudson and Detroit, Michigan. You bet Michelle will tell you about that for sure. And draining, and sorry, yes, Andrea, lots of that. Actually, the two places for training, that's what I think one of the best things. You have troubles with money, you have to start making more money. And the way you do that is get trained for a better job. You don't need a college degree anymore. Go to Career One Stop. careeronestop.org, and put in your zip code and call them, call the local office and make an appointment. Then what you also have to do is, we have a section, download the Lesko's Meta Grant Report. There's a thing on job training in there. But after you make a Career One Stop thing, then also go to Find Help, findhelp.org, and search for job training. I mean, that'll be 200 programs or more that offer free job training for you to get the skills to make a higher income. I mean, but you have to do it. You have to be making maybe a dozen calls or so to find the right one for you. And that's what is important. Get on that phone. Tell the people what you have a problem for. If they can't help you, ask them where else to go that may be able to help you. And that's what it's all about. It's about asking for help. Because these people, I mean, these are government employees that get paid to help you get a better job. Okay? Now, where else are you going to get that? You go to Google? No. They want you to pay them for you to get a better job. These people already got paid to help you get a better job. Okay, so they're the people you want. The other people on Google have to get money from you to pay their bills. These people that want to help you get a better job don't have to get money from you. They've already gotten money to pay the job. So how much they help you, you're not going to does not affect, I mean, how much they get paid, you don't affect that at all. So that's why you have to be nicer to these people than anybody on Google. Because Google is going to be nice to you because that's the only way they're going to get money, by kissing your ass. So now the situation's reverse. They don't get money from you, but they have the knowledge. So you have to kiss their ass to want them to help you more. And that's what it is. We all have a lot of reserve and special information and everything, but they're not going to work hard for you unless we like you, right? So if you're treating them mean or something like that, nobody wants to talk to you. It's human nature. And actually, there's something in my first book that I wrote, 50 years ago, and this is way before the internet. I had something called the seven phone call rule, and my theory is, and I was doing research and really for Fortune 500 companies, that in 7 phone calls, I could find the answer to anything. Because you call experts, you find free experts in nonprofit organizations and government offices. They're free. They have to help you. I mean, they don't really have to help you, but their job says that. And so you could call them and not be ashamed to call them. It's like, not calling the president of General Motors or something like that. No, these people are there to help you. And they'll help you get to that answer. And if you talk to enough people, you'll find the exact right answer. So that was my 7 phone call rules. And it's how to treat people is the key to that. The key to getting information is how to treat people. And once the internet came, then everybody said, no, I just need the website. And that's not as true anymore. Because the internet is getting so big and so much crap on it that it's not the best information source anymore. It's the best information source for bad information or information that you have to pay for. And that's why if you don't have information, if you don't have money, you can't play that game. You can't play that game if you don't have money. So that's why you have to play the game where money is not involved in the transaction. And that's 40% of our economy gives help without money. So 60% gives help only if you have money. 40% gives help if you don't have money. So that's where you have to play. And that's why I feel what we're doing is important, because we have too many people who are way down on the income ladder, too many people that are going in poverty, and this is the richest country in the world. Why? Because I feel they don't know how to use the system. Why is every billionaire in town following Musk around and Trump? Because they know that's where the money is. Yeah. 40% of the economy, that's where 40% of our money comes out of these free sources. So why mess that? And actually, you don't need to advertise to get it. So if you're a business, you want to know how to get that money, because you just have to know the right button to push, instead of creating a product or all this kind of stuff that it takes in a normal capitalist system. So that's why we have to teach the people who need this money how to get it. You don't make one application and sit and wait for the money. You don't go on the website and fill out an app. No, you have to talk to people and make sure that this is the place for you to apply. And that's why you pre-qualify yourself, so you're not wasting your time, because you'll apply to 100 programs that you think you're eligible for, and it was just a waste of time. Anytime you see a grant and you think you're eligible for it, you call them and say, does this make sense for me to apply to this? And if they say no, then ask them, where else can I go? And you keep doing that all day long. Now, who cares if it takes a day or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week? What'd you do last week? You didn't get any money, did you? No. So I can't guarantee it, but I can guarantee every program is real. Every program is giving out money. And every year, these programs give out over $18,000 to every adult. And this year, they're giving out more than ever before. You know, the average amount of money that people are getting this year is $1,000 more than when Biden was there last year. So it doesn't matter who's in charge. Good morning, Michelle. I'm going good and busy at work. Oh, that's right. You're the one who sneaks us in the morning. Sarah, how are you? Good day, Matthew. It's so important that you do. I did as you advised me, and it seems no one you directed me to is able to resolve the concerns I brought to you the other day. What was the concern? What are you trying to solve, Sarah? I mean, if nobody can help you, you have to go somewhere else and change direction. So what's the issue you're trying to solve? Sarah, I don't remember what I did yesterday, or what I did 2 hours ago. Okay, so let me know again. What are you trying to solve? But that's it. So we have to help each other keep at it, because that's the name of the game. And you fall off the bicycle, you got to get in if you want to learn to ride. If you have another option, take it, okay? That's easier and get money, but I don't know of any, unless you're going to get a mask and a gun or marry rich or something. You don't. So you have to use the existing system, and you have to train to use the existing system. You don't go out and watch a football game and say, I could do that, and you go and play football. No, it's not that easy. Sarah, what are you looking for help for? Let me help you. And by the way, in Lesko Help, we have now 4 different programs under Unlock Your Goals. How to get on the road to solving problems like buying a home, paying your debt and bills, starting a business, and getting health care. Okay, so those 4 things, and another one's coming up on how to launch a nonprofit. Okay, and that'll be up soon. But the 4 are there now. Look at them. They're the best things that my 50 years of doing this stuff I boil it down for where to go, how to do it, and everything. And when you stumble there, then you come back to us and tell us what happened, so we could point you more. Okay, Sarah, you going to tell me? You're going to keep it a secret, or are you working too? And can't do, Sarah, I understand concerns for the community and accessing, but I've been locked. Okay, I don't understand. You're here, so you're not locked out of our community. If you're here, you're everything we have is locked out of access. No, you should have access to everything we have, Sarah. I don't know what can't you access, or what. Sarah, not the community, but the access to certain spaces. I mean, everything we send you will be open to everybody, not the community, but access to certain space. In Lesko Help or somewhere else? Not sure. But what is the problem you're trying to solve, Sarah? Because if you asked me before, I gave you sources, and those sources should be good, to get into anyway. I can't promise you they're going to give you money, but they are programs that help you get that. Not the community, but access to certain. Yeah, it's a little too vague to help you yet, Sarah. Tell me what problem you're trying to solve. Okay? Sarah? What's your problem? What's your problem? Yeah. What issue are you trying to solve, Sarah? Because that's the important thing. Got to work on problems. Okay? You don't want to spin your wheels. You want to try something. You will. So please be careful with the number. I don't know what that number is, Saul. What is that number for? Who gave you that number? Is that our number? That's not our number. I know. 323. I don't even know where the hell that is. 323. That's somewhere in California. That's not us. Okay, here. I am not complaining. I love all your sources, which I am concerned I haven't been able to access the resources I use to be able to access to help people I help. I work with senior and disabled individuals and their caregivers. Oh, well, that's great. Well, there's a lot of help. You mean you don't have time to access them? What you should do is give those seniors the help, the people with disabilities. Tell them to call these. They have to do the work to help themselves too, maybe, unless they're, not capable of doing it. And then that's available. Make sure you download the Lesko Meta Grant Report, okay? So you want to make sure you download the Lesko Meta Grant Report, and that's up in the top there. See, in the Get Started, okay, this should be the link to the Lesko Meta Grant Report. And in there, we have a listing. Now, this is very important, Sarah. In there, there's a listing. Go down the list there. We have a special section on seniors and disability. Okay. Okay, it's down like 20 something or whatever in the list. Download that list, and it's a state by state list of all the state sources where that seniors and people with disabilities that can get help in their state. So you want to give that state source to people so they could find out what, and go through there and start researching. Or if you want, if if that's your job to do it for them, I don't know. But that's more important. There's an investment company that purchased. Well, That's interesting, David, but I sent the information to Mary by email. Okay. Is something I could maybe help right now with, or? Okay. And if you don't hear from her in a day, beat on her again, okay? Because we all, you know, are fighting all kinds of stuff. I've been scammed. Oh, boy, have we been scammed. I'll tell you, people have figured out our grants and scammed the hell out of us. Yeah, so, okay, that's something that Mary, I don't know how much we could help you, but don't forget, scam, you want to go to the FTC with fraud, FTC. You want to report this stuff. Because that goes towards helping other people not get scammed. So to report it, because that's the only thing. I mean, scammers are too good. You're not going to probably get the money back from scammers. But if you report it, you help other people. And that's the important thing. Because then, you know, they have the power to do something about it, at least stop other people from getting scammed. How can I help you also? So just ask many questions. The questions, you know, good. Okay. I've been helping him with, oh, I see. Okay, Miss Shelley, thank you. Okay. Yes, I agree. Oh, yeah. Okay, so don't forget, we have people are helping people, you know, members helping members. And so up on top of the table of contents, you'll see our schedule of when they're available. I locked out of those spaces that I used to grab from here to share with them. Oh, well, actually, Sarah, I see. Did you write me about that? I'm trying to find that. Yeah. We're changing everything around. So they're still around, but they're somewhere else you don't see. Helping others for almost a year, and I figured it wasn't the only one. Yes, okay. Did you send an email? Was that you somewhere? Because I was going to make sure that we have a point to where that is. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're changing it all around because it was so mess. See, what happened, we had to have someone like you know these things after suffering trying to find them, and we're trying to reorganize it so more people can instinctively find them. I had to prepay surgery, and there are any grants to get me money back. Yes, okay, go to the new report, unlock your goals, get healthcare, get healthcare help, okay, and I offered yourself help, but they sent me back to, okay. Sarah, did you write an email to us or something about all this? Because I want to pass this by so we get at least to you where these things are, or I could get them to you where they are. But Kathleen, okay, but your prepay surgery and stuff, yeah, because there's nonprofit organizations. If you look at that, get healthcare help, and I think in the second report, there's 3 or 4 reports there, and in the second one, yeah, that's for hospital care, the $1.04. It's not for, you know, if it's surgery in a hospital and you get a hospital bill, the $1.04 would help you. But if it's for other things, you want to look at that item number 2 because there's nonprofit organizations that will fight that bill for you, and you want to make sure. Right, that's what I thought it was. So look at item number 2, Kathleen, and there's 2 nonprofits. One is called Pan Foundation, and I forget the other one. But they're described there, and call them up and tell them, because they fight this all the time. And then also go to needymeds.org, needymeds.org. okay? And there's a phone number there. I don't know how to use that. They changed it on me too. I'm sort of like Sarah. Hey, I was using this way, and that shit's not there anymore. Where the hell do you put it? and so what you got to do is there's a phone number. So call that phone number. They're like a 9 to 5. They're open there. Needy Meds. And when you see needymeds.org, it's a huge place of all money for any kind of problem, healthcare related problem. So you call their 800 number and ask them for suggestions where in their database would be help for this, okay? Because they get questions like that all the time. So you want to ask people who get questions like that or helping people like you with that question, okay? And I have them in that report, Get Healthcare Help. And all those reports, man, my heart is really in every one of these. You get 50 years Pan Foundation. What's the other one? I forget the other one, Michelle, if you know what that is. No, not Needy Meds, but there's another nonprofit. In the Needy Meds report, the second video talks about these. And there's 2 of them there, besides Pan Foundation. You're going to make me work, aren't you? Cash for, no, that's not it. No, let me get it. We're here. We don't want to lose this. Okay, let me get that for everybody so they don't get lost. Okay, you two, your channel, switch account. I want to switch account. Go over here. Okay, now we want to get all of your channel. Okay. No, that's extra one. So not 8 more ways, but the one before that. Sorry, guys, I want to get this because I know. Oh, patientadvocate.org. Okay, it's called patientadvocate.org. 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 Okay, patient. Okay, so patientadvocate.org, get rid of the spaces. And that's, here's the video that is also in the table of contents under Get Healthcare Help. But here's a copy of the video. Okay. Okay, so you have panfoundation.org and then Patient Advocate. Now, the Patient Advocate gets you an advocate to fight this thing. So call them up and see how you could do that. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, I got to do a podcast soon, so let me go, lover. Thank you again, everybody, for being so nice to me. Appreciate it very much.